Welcome back to Studio Chatter. We can't help but be motivated and feel loved when Connie Sokol is here. Welcome back home.
We love
having you here.
Thank you. It's always so fun to be with you guys.
Fabulous.
You're so busy.
Yes. Yes. Tell us what's been going on.
Oh my gosh, it's so many good things. And I feel that this change of season, it brings this feeling of, I'm ready for new.
Yeah.
The spring season, yes. Well, we keep getting it back and forth. It's a taste, it's not. It's a taste. It's just this feeling of, I'm ready for new. I'm ready to shift some things. And that's when I'm talking to women. I feel that from them where they're like, I'm ready to clean out a closet or something. Like, let's just go. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, that's definitely that time of year. And then it's snowing one minute. And then it's sunny one minute.
You're like, I'm going to get a brownie and go into the covers. Oh, I want to clean the closet. Yeah.
Totally.
Connie, what are some of the challenges you're finding that women are facing specifically right now?
So many. And I think what's interesting is that you're finding it across the board, across the United States. Even in other countries, you're finding the same things for women, so many similarities. Work-life balance is huge, relationship issues, and also the financial issues and pay disparity and things like that. But those top ones of the work-life balance and the relationships, I'm finding that women are dealing with challenges more than just one that's kind of a big driver, but there's several at the same time. And so they're feeling like I'm literally maxed out, and yet I'm still being required to give more and more, getting less and less sleep, and still being expected to now do it with panache and make everything look so extra good. And I have to
post it on social media
post it on
so
social
everyone knows
media,
I'm doing great.
and then respond to everybody's comments. And you know what I mean? I mean, it's just the expectation for women is absolutely insane. And the beautiful thing, it's getting so insane that it's becoming more and more clear that we have to be the ones that have to stop it. And
It's so true.
It's so true.
And what would you say to that then?
I think one
How
of
do
the
you
biggest
stop it?
things is we're seeing this on social media. When women gather together and come together on a certain cause or a certain point, there's this upswell and they realize I'm not alone. And that's exactly where I'm at right now. Is I had the reason we're doing this conference, it's a You Got This Women's Interfaith Conference. And I was talking with the gal when we started this, we just were talking about, wouldn't it be great if women could gather together, and especially faith-based, value-based women, because there's so many and how everybody has such different faiths and belief systems and values. Wouldn't it be great if instead of segregating to our own little bubbles, you know,
them
where we
together.
just, instead of being isolative, why don't we link arms and come together and say, well, how do you handle your challenges? Well, what do you do? That's been
beautiful.
the genesis.
Yeah. Wow.
that is
So what are
beautiful.
women doing to face their challenges head on? What do you recommend?
What I'm seeing with women is, first of all, that very concept of gathering. And that's why we created this women's conference, this interfaith, because we wanted women to have, first of all, a safe place. There's no judgment. There's no, well, if you aren't feeling this or you don't believe this, there's this absolute safe place. And then come share with us so we can have awareness. So one of the things we're having there is a panel, and it's hosted by Jeanette Bennett, who is fantastic, owner of Utah Valley Magazine. She works with the UN, and she's amazing. She is hosting a panel of 5 women. There's Muslim, and I say this so that we can know the differences, but Baptist, a non-denominational, an LDS woman, and these women are sharing what this looks like to them. How do they deal with their life challenges so that we can all get awareness of how does a Muslim woman, deal with the challenges in her life?
Does it look the same as an LDS woman or a Baptist?
Or a Baptist or non-denominational. And you know what we're finding? We have so much in common. And as women, when we literally just let down those fears and those comparisons and those judgments, when we let those down and we just see each other as women, wives, mothers, aunts, sisters, and say, how are you doing, girlfriend? We just see each other as real people and not put these barriers up. That's the beautiful thing. So we were sharing a video montage of a day in the life. How do they actually use faith in your everyday life? I couldn't find the soccer cleats and knelt down, said a prayer, and finally found them. Let's get real about this. This is how we're going to get through our daily lives, is those beliefs and each other being able to reach out to one another. And it's so hard for women, don't you find? To be able to say,
Absolutely.
I am suffering, I'm struggling.
I feel like I overshare. Like I'm an
and
open
walk
book.
away.
I'm like,
Wow, so much better than
When
that.
she's saying that, and I'm thinking of one of your guests that's coming to the conference, the Truth Bomb mom.
yes.
When she's like literally hiding in the pantry and like hiding from the kids, or even some of our local friends that are hiding in their car the other day. They're like, I know that the kids are going to find me in here in just a minute, but I just need
a time.
And it's so, and it's so true. And then I'm thinking of my friends in India, when enough is enough at the end of the workday, when you just have to draw the line and say, you know what, I put in
I'm
my
done.
8 hours and it's done. But then let's move on to the next level. So what about relationships? What are you finding there?
Well, the relationships, I'm finding women are really struggling with kids. The different ages of kids, the different challenges they're going through, a lot of medical issues, a lot of mental health issues. And so we're addressing that. We're talking about how to handle depression, anxiety, and stress management within yourself and also with your loved ones.
And that's kind of a new thing. Like when we were all younger, that wasn't, I mean,
Such a
we
big
heard
deal.
about
Such
it.
a stigma. It
Yeah.
was, you don't talk about that. That's
Now
Aunt Susie. Yeah.
we're talking about it, but that doesn't mean we know what we're talking about. We're just
Exactly.
trying to talk.
And how to handle it. And so you can handle it in positive ways that create positive patterns rather than shame or stigma or something's wrong with you. Being able to take that thing that you've been given and say, okay, what can I do with this? How can I make it better? I've been passed the baton. What do I do now? And that's so helpful for women because, again, they are feeling all of these burdens and there's an extra pressure on women. When, no offense, but when the husbands send kids out the door to school, and they're dressed all whatever and the teachers go, oh, isn't that just so cute? But if a mom does that, then it's like neglect. What is up with her? And so there's this additional pressure of we need to do it. It's that Ginger Rogers quote I did about Fred Astaire. I did everything he did backwards and in heels. We are expected to do it better, faster, stronger, swirling all the plates. And instead, what I'm finding is women really need to be able to let down and open up to others, like you alluded to. There's Christina Kuzmic is the headliner that 600 million views. I mean, she's amazing. But she has one video that I absolutely love where it's don't, just don't, where she's saying when a woman finally opens up to you and says, I just can't get Junior to sleep through the night, don't start rattling on about how your Susie slept, from birth. That's right. And you should use avocados and olive oil, don't you know? Whatever. And she just says, don't. Just
let them talk.
Just let them talk and validate. And we can do that for each other. We can just touch a hand or go, I know, that's so hard. Even if that didn't happen to you, you can say, sleep deprivation, that's the worst because we've all experienced
We
that.
all know that feeling.
Validation. So much.
Validation and just connecting where we can and validating you are not alone. So often that's all women really need is just 2 minutes of someone looking in their eyeballs and saying, I get you. I'm so sorry, right?
And usually in a relationship with a husband, they want to fix it.
Yes.
That's what my husband
And
said.
have
is, I want
helpful
to fix.
suggestions.
Yeah, you're just like, just listen.
Yeah.
So tell us more about this conference. When is it? How much is it? Who's going to be there? What? Tell us.
It is so fabulous, truly. I mean, it has just bloomed. April 14th at the UCCU Center, which is the big center on UVU campus. And it's 9 to 4, so it's all day event, but you can
all
come and
day
go.
long.
Come and go
Oh,
as
so
you
you can?
choose.
Okay.
Yes, because people will have soccer and they'll have tournaments and things like that. So come and get what you can. We have the morning session and the afternoon. So in the morning session, we have Paige Holland giving welcoming remarks. Fantastic. And then we have 3 speakers talking about reframing life challenges, being able to understand your divine identity and relying on that in your daily challenges. I'll be talking about finding balance in the daily go and giving you actual tips. We want you to walk away with actual how-tos that you can start putting right into practice. We have the Deborah Bonner Unity Choir. They'll be singing This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. So people will be singing, clapping, and moving. Clint Pulver, who's the MC, was amazing. Brooke Walker will be hosting Christina Kuzmic, our headliners. So Brooke Walker from Studio 5. Wonderful. Then we have women in the afternoon who will be talking about depression, anxiety, and stress management, like I just talked about. And then also women leadership and developing who you are to create a difference just right where you are. I mean, there is subject after subject, and it's all main stage. So this means we didn't want you.
breakout session.
This is, you don't move around because then you lose time and it so much gets lost there.
good.
We want women to share the experience together, to look at the person sitting next to them and just be able to feel like we're sharing this. We want the moms, the sisters, the aunts, the nieces, bringing them 16 and older, bringing them to share this day because we're going to have dialogue. We're going to have interactive things where we want you to be able to be thinking, writing, doing so that when you leave, you feel like, when you get done with a conference, you've got like 16 pages of notes. You never go back and read them. So we want you to experience it there to get the learning and then be able to go home and hit the ground running with that recharge.
Goodness.
It's incredible. Lieutenant Governor Cox and his wife Abby will be giving remarks at lunch. I mean, we have everybody and everything that you could need.
Oh
and
my gosh.
just
Okay, ladies, we need to sign up.
seriously.
Yeah, for sure. We'll
Fantastic.
be there.
Okay.
I'm going to be there
You
for
will love.
sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We'll be posting all of the information to get registered for this conference as
We'll
usual.
see you
Thank
there.
you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.
There's more studio chatter on the way.